Hi everyone, this is Hardy. In this lecture we will take a broad look at the art of environment painting and discuss some key guiding principles. Most of what we'll learn in this course can apply to either more traditional landscape paintings or environment concept art. Now, traditional landscape paintings, as they have been for centuries, are artistic representations of the natural world as it exists in reality. Basically, the artist is capturing the beauty of nature that we can all observe in the real world. These images are typically created as fine art to be enjoyed as beautiful standalone works. On the other hand, environment concept art is an imaginative depiction of a fictional world that is based on real-world analogs. These images are typically created as cool-looking concept art or promotional illustrations for video games or movie clients, just to name a few. The cool-sounding name for this world is world creation, and it's not much of an exaggeration. The real fun of environment concept art is that you can push the boundaries of reality. Scale, color, and structure can all be exaggerated to come up with truly epic, awe-inspiring images for the player or viewer's imagination to explore. These two disciplines are very close cousins and require many of the same skills to pull off well. We'll focus a bit more on concept art, but after finishing this course you'll have all of the tools you need to do either like a professional. Before we move on to the actual concepts and techniques of environment art, let's ask ourselves, how do we define success? What do both landscapes and environment concepts need to look cool? Well, here's a checklist of core goals to keep in mind. Regardless of its intended purpose, all great environment art should have the following. Depth and scale. This is a big one. All environment art needs to feel huge and deep. You need your viewer to feel like they are a tiny speck in an enormous, majestic world. The viewer should be able to check out a close-up detail in the foreground and then let their eyes soar out to infinity in the vast distance that you'll create. I have lots of really cool techniques on how to create this effect to share with you, and it will be a recurring theme throughout this course. Strong sense of mood. This is the emotional resonance that your image should inspire in your viewer. Does the environment look cheerful or gloomy, inviting or foreboding? Color choices and contrast play the biggest roles in determining this, but every detail you include should serve to support the mood and feeling you are hoping to inspire. So make sure you really give that some thought at the beginning of your project. It will be a guiding light. Story. Every environment that we create should tell an interesting story. This can be very subtle, just a suggestion of background narrative told through little details in our image. Make the viewer want to know more about where they are, what has happened here, who might live here. If we can spark the viewer's imagination just a little and make them want to spend some time in the worlds that we create, then our images can start to take on a life of their own. Beautiful rendering. Now this one is a bit of a no-brainer, but it does bear pointing out. Our environment paintings need to be beautiful to behold and well composed. Even if we have great depth, mood, and story, if our rendering is handled poorly, no one will pay attention long enough for your work to be appreciated fully. We'll go over some specific techniques to make sure that every rock, tree, river, and mountain that you render will shine. You won't believe what you're able to achieve. So that's a good idea of the broad strokes of environment art. Keep these general guiding principles in mind as we move forward, and you'll be off to a great start.